What's up, everyone? It's Bianca Torres with Apartment 5H, and we are back to talk about this Diddy verdict. After 7 long weeks of testimony, we finally got the answer we all been waiting for. So let's start out with what the initial charges were, just to jog our memory. Not sure we need it, but why not? So the initial charges were the big one, RICO, kidnapping, arson, bribery, sex trafficking, narcotics. 34 witnesses took the stand, and we got the final verdict. So let's start out with what he was found not guilty of. He was found not guilty of sex trafficking his former girlfriend Jane, sex trafficking Cassie, and the big one, racketeering, aka RICO. He was found guilty, however, of 2 counts of the Mann Act. Transportation to engage in of Jane and Cassie. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Mann Act is, the Mann Act prohibits the transportation of individuals across state lines or international borders for the purpose of or other immoral activities. Each count carries a penalty of up to 10 years in prison. So Diddy is currently facing 20 years in jail. Initially, the prosecution did ask if he can serve the full 20-year sentence in 10-year increments. However, they've changed their tune, and now they have asked that he serves anywhere between 51 to 63 months, which is basically 4 to 5 years. Now, the defense is seeking a maximum sentence of 21 to 27 months. We'll see how that goes. Some think the prosecution did a poor job. A lot of people think the prosecution did a poor job. I mean, if you're trying to prove a RICO case, right? Like, you want to prove that this person, if you're going to accuse someone of having a criminal organization, then you want to prove that this person was at least making money from whatever transactions or activities they were doing, right? Like, I mean, all they really did was prove that he's a sexual deviant. So a lot of people feel that way. They were like, they dropped the ball, basically. Like, there were so many different things that they could have not proven, but used for their case, right? Like, if you're trying to paint him as this criminal or this boss of a criminal organization, like, maybe you should talk about, like, the rumors circulating around stealing publishing or copyright, like blackballing artists. These rumors, I'm not saying these are all true, but these are rumors. I mean, even rumors circulating around the killing, like Tupac and Biggie. Like, there's so many different other rumors, criminal rumors, that they could have used for their testimony, but instead they really fixated on just the sex. Now, I get they were painting a picture of his character, and boy, did they. I mean, it was like, what they painted a mural of what his character is, right? I mean, what we heard on that stand is egregious. Like, I mean, some of us can't even fathom even a day of what these women went through, let alone like years, right? So I don't know, but the prosecution should have done a lot better. They were focused on the wrong thing. But I think it's also worth noting that Diddy had Brian Steele as his lawyer. And Brian Steele is the lawyer that handled Young Thug's case, his RICO case. And we all know how crazy that case was. I mean, that was one of the biggest cases we've seen in a long time in hip-hop. And Diddy too, right? Like, Brian Steele had success with 2 of hip-hop's biggest cases within the last couple of years. We still have other cases that are pending in the industry, but he was pretty successful at proving that Young Thug, or at least alleviating him from those charges. And now Diddy, I mean, even though he's still facing the 20 years, is better than life. And RICO, let me tell you, like that. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what sentencing they decide to give him. Now, everyone thought that Diddy would be home for the barbecue July 4th, but he will not. Initially, it took the judge about, I think, 6 or 7 hours. We got the verdict around, like, I want to say like 9:30 ET, and we were waiting to find out whether or not they were going to release him on bail for hours. And it seemed like the odds were in his favor until there were reports that Cassie contacted the judge and stated that she would prefer that he did not go free on bail, because she was scared of what he would do if he was free. After they heard that, they denied bail. So Diddy is still in jail awaiting his sentence. So we'll see. I mean, the sentencing is scheduled for October 3rd, but the defense is pushing to get it moved up to July 8th, which is next week. So I guess by Monday we'll see whether or not they're going to play ball with the defense and move it up to July. Other than that, if they don't, we'll have to wait till October 3rd to find out how much time Diddy is going to do for those 2 counts of the Mann Act. And there were a lot of mixed reactions about the verdict. You know, I mean, there was one man outside the courtroom, happy, showering himself with baby oil. I mean, since then he's apologized, but that was pretty wild, you know. So a lot of people are disappointed. Some people are happy. Some people are disappointed. I mean, you can't satisfy everyone, so you can't make everyone happy. So we'll see. I mean, he did get found guilty of something, you know, but a lot of people felt that it should have been a little harsher. So I don't know, but we will see what the future holds for Diddy, and we'll find out. Will he face 20 years? Will he be out in 21 to 27 months? I don't know. And let's just say he is out in the next couple of years, right? If he only does 2 years, we'll see. They're probably going to apply the time that he's already done, right? And before you know it, they took him into custody. I think it was like September of last year. So they could easily shave off a year. Like, I don't know. If they do decide to give him 21 to 27 months, he could be out in another year. And if that does happen, like, what will his future look like, right? Like, will his professional and personal relationships suffer? Will people want to do business with him? Will he just be a silent investor in his future endeavors? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, but we'll see. Speak soon.